10 stupid reasons students are arrested. Now, personally, I did not know that students could be arrested. I have never been arrested. I've never committed a crime that people know of. But let's just see what they did.
Number 10. Idle thumbs. The Justice Department opened a civil rights investigation after an African-American teenager was violently arrested. Her crime? Texting during class.
Yeah, that is exactly what we need. More violence toward African Americans.
The teenager refused to hand her phone to her teacher, who in turn called in school officer Ben Fields in an attempt to punish the student. But when the officer couldn't get the student to leave her seat, he decided to do it for her, lifting her from her desk before flipping her backwards and tossing her across the room to...
That's not good.
After footage of the arrest became public, Officer Fields was suspended without pay, while his boss, Sheriff Leon Lott, told reporters that the attack made him sick to his stomach.
As it should.
Beaten by a 5-year-old.
Who? How? Are you that weak? Go to the gym or something.
Described as a big ball of energy by his mum, 5-year-old ADHD sufferer Michael Davis was having a whale of a time at school when his teachers attempted to calm him down. Instead of bringing in a behaviour specialist, the school district decided to enlist the help of the school police to scare Michael into being still.
That's no way to act to a kid. No. It's like you can't call the cops on a 5-year-old boy. And you should not.
It didn't work, and when the police officer took Michael's hand in his, the boy pushed him away and kicked him in the knee. Not one for being beaten by a 5-year-old, the officer retaliated by binding Michael's hands and feet with zip ties and placing him under arrest for battery of a police officer.
How? How is this allowed?
Parents, the officer then took Michael to a psychiatric hospital for evaluation. Michael's wrists were still bound more than 2 hours later when his parents were eventually notified. The case was met with disbelief in the city of Stockton, USA, and the charge was dropped.
Obviously.
Number 5. Spilt milk. They say don't cry over spilt milk, but what if it seems to be stolen? Teenager Ryan Turk was arrested and charged with larceny after he was accused of stealing a carton of milk from his school's cafeteria.
What's larceny? Larceny. Okay, basically stealing.
Despite being on the school's free meals program, Turk forgot his milk the first time he went round the queue for food, so doubled back to pick up a carton.
America is stupid.
Officer saw him cutting the queue and accused him of stealing the drink. Turk was handcuffed and taken to the principal's office with an accusation of milk stealing. The authorities took no chances with the milk and decided to also search him for drugs.
My boy just needed some milk.
He needs some milk.
How is he getting arrested for milk which he did not even steal? And then on top of that being searched for drugs.
The milk being worth a grand total of 65 cents, Turk is set to stand trial in late 2016. 10-year-old Ahmed Mohammed gained international attention when his homemade clock was mistaken for a hoax bomb, leading to his arrest. Ahmed had built the digital clock using scrap household items and brought it to school in an attempt to impress his teachers.
Fucking nerd.
Although Ahmed had a reputation for bringing in elaborate devices into school, his English teacher was not so impressed, and after hearing the clock beep, they called the local police. The clock was confiscated and Ahmed was arrested for trying to cause a bomb scare.
Even he's like, what the fuck?
Number 1. Food fight. Food fights are seminal moments in any student's life, but who could have guessed that a pie to the face could leave you with a criminal record?
Not me.
Well, that is exactly what happened to 25 students at a middle school in Chicago. The students aged between 11 and 15 were in the lunchroom when their antics began. An apple was tossed, a cookie was thrown, and an orange bounced off a pupil's head.
Nothing
Dozens
harmful.
of students joined in while the teachers ran for cover. That is until the on-campus police officer got involved and he brought backup.
Now, the question I have is, why is there a thing called on-campus police? What is happening so bad in the schools, except the school shootings and racism and assault and... Okay, yeah, maybe they do need on-campus police.
Students that took part were rounded up in the school school, arrested and carted to jail for up to 8 hours for charges of reckless conduct. Parents of the charged students criticised the school for what they called the criminalisation of their own pupils.
I'm actually baffled that they are getting arrested for things I do like almost every day. I would probably be dead if I was in the States. Wish I was.